My name is Lee Spann, and I guess I'm still the president of this corporation, this ranch, but I'm kind of an inactive president now. The corporation's name is Virgil and Lee Spann Ranches Incorporated. Virgil was my father, and he and I have been working partners in like 1955, and we never have changed the name. The name that we commonly use is just Spann Ranches, and that incorporates the ranches that we have here and in Delta and in Montrose. And the Y-bar is is just one ranch in the Spann Ranches. What we do, we're in the cattle business, and we raise hay to feed the cattle, and we raise the calves, and which we sell, and we also feed them in our places in Montrose and in Delta. But it's basically a cattle business, that's it. We don't have any outside income, we don't have very few outside interests. It's just a cattle ranch. We've always been cattle ranchers throughout my grandfather, my father, and myself. We've always just been cattle ranchers, just raised cattle. It's always been good for us, and we've expanded, but we've never expanded into other fields, into the tourist or the hunting or the fishing. It's always just been cattle. We raise a lot of hay here. We raise probably 2,000 tons of hay to feed in the winter. The winters here are very extreme. They're very cold. We start feeding before Thanksgiving, and the last feeding we do will be the middle of June with the bulls. And you better have here 2 tons of hay for every cow you want to keep all winter here. If you don't, some years you'll run out, some years you'll have a little extra, but it's better to have extra hay than not to have enough. It's really important to be a cowboy. You got to understand what's going on in your business with the cattle, with how you handle them, with that whole thing. The pay part of a ranch is the cattle, and the expense part of the cattle is the farmer. The job duties of a cowboy are to care for the cattle. Roping, branding, doctoring, health, getting them on proper feed, make sure the bulls are with the cows, make sure that the cows are with the calves, and health is a big thing with the cattle. If they're not healthy, then they don't do well. And so the cowboy's job is the health of the cattle. But we have very few, or hardly any, cowboys. All of us do all the jobs. As far as just a straight cowboy, we don't have any. And I'm going to get away from the cowboy thing. It's what ranchers do. What ranchers do. When I was a young person, all the haying, all the work was done with horses. And then when we did not have the semi-trucks, we did not have that and when you have ranches that are 20 miles apart, you did all the work with horses. We drove the cattle up the road, right through town, to the ranges, worked them on the ranges, drove them home. All the work was done by horses. And that is the main thing that has changed, is that we now use trailers, we now use semis, we use tractors rather than the horses. The horse, we still use a lot of horses tearing for our cattle in the mountains, but the big moves are done with trucks, and All the haying's done with now mechanical, and not with horses. That's the biggest change. I like the life that I live, and the one reason that I have is because it's a variety of things. It's a year-round change. Shoveling snow is not a lot of fun. Feeding cattle every day is not a lot of fun. Getting in the river and lifting rocks is not a lot of fun, but it's different every day. And I don't have anything that I really dislike, because when I get up this morning, I don't know what's going to happen today. It's different every day. And if I was in an office, I would go crazy, because there's something that happens every day, and the seasons here change. It's summer now, soon it'll be fall. We're irrigating. In a month from now, we'll be mechanics working on the machinery. A month from there, we'll be working cattle. A month after that, we'll be again mechanics, feeding, taking care of that. In the spring, we have the babies born, concentrated effort for 45 days, right there day and night. Then we turn the water on again, and we go become irrigators. So it's a challenging life. I know, we are a lucky family.